I'm Jake, 24 years old, and this story is about one of the most chilling experiences of my life. It was a Saturday night, and I had been playing Doom Eternal for hours. The clock struck midnight, and I realized I had a party to attend. I quickly wrapped up my game, took a shower, and got dressed. Excitement was building up as I prepared to head out. As I left my house, the night air was cool and oddly still. I got into my car, and as I was about to start driving, I noticed a fleeting shadow out of the corner of my eye. It looked like a dark liquid mist, but when I turned to look directly, it was gone. I chalked it up to a trick of the light and drove to the convenience store to pick up some Doritos. The store was quiet, and I grabbed my snacks and headed back to the car. On the way to my vehicle, I noticed the shadow again, this time more clearly. It was near the street lamp by the edge of the parking lot, swirling in a dark liquid-like form. I felt a shiver run down my spine, but tried to brush it off as my imagination. As I continued driving to the party, I saw the entity once more. This time, it was near the stop sign at the intersection just before my street. The shadow was unmistakable, moving with an unsettling fluidity. I felt a wave of dread, but pushed forward. Upon arriving at the party, I glanced out the window and saw the entity again. It was near a large oak tree in the neighbor's yard, just outside. The dark, shifting form was visible through the glass. I felt like I was being watched. Deciding I needed to leave, I hurried back to my car. As I sat in the driver's seat, the entity appeared once more, right next to the parked cars. The dark, liquid-like shadow pressed against my car window. In a panic, I called the police. They said they'd send someone. I stayed in the car, watching the entity through the window. When the police arrived, they searched the area but found nothing. After they left, I returned home. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was still watching me. I spent the rest of the night anxiously checking the windows and doors, unable to sleep. The memory of that dark, liquid-like entity remains with me, haunting the edges of my mind. I hope it was just a figment of my imagination or an overactive mind, but the experience was so vivid and terrifying that I can't forget it. That shadowy presence, moving from the street lamp to the stop sign, from the oak tree to my car window, still sends chills down my spine. Since that night, I've been more cautious when going out after dark. I avoid that particular route and always keep my car doors locked. Friends think I'm overreacting, but they didn't see what I saw. Sometimes, late at night, I feel that same oppressive presence, as if it's still out there, watching, waiting. I don't know if it was a one-time hallucination or something more sinister, but one thing's for sure. I'll never forget that night. And I hope I never encounter that entity again.